Good morning all. It's kind of early here, but I'm going to get on this day 4 of 31 Days of Tarot challenge early so I can make sure I get it done today. And I'm trying really hard to keep this one shorter because I know my others ran a little long. This is actually take 2 because I was into the 4th deck and realized I hadn't plugged in my mic. So, starting over again. So number 1, now this is, the prompt for today was most used decks of the last decade, say 2010 to 2019. So first up, I'm going to have to say my Robin Wood. This poor thing, as you can see, it's got some wear to the box, but you know, I've had this for a really long time. I mean, I forget when this came out, like mid-90s or something. I use this deck so much. I can actually remember doing readings for people with this one. I don't always write them down, so my records are a little sketchy. I'm just looking for some of my favorite cards here. Ones that I didn't already show like the other day, because I think I mentioned this in one of the other videos. This has just been such a great workhorse deck for me. And it's close enough. The imagery is so Rider-Waite-Smith that I think I mentioned this in probably one of the beginner tarot deck video that I did the other day. I think it's a great one for people to start with too, and I've sure got some mileage out of it. Yeah. Love my Robin Wood. Come on. They never want to go back in the box once they come out. And I'm like, no! And then second up, I think I said, was my Thoth deck. And you can see this one bears the scars of getting schlepped around with me. I even spilled coffee on it. I had my coffee cup in my bag that I carry to work, and it was supposedly, I thought the lid was closed, and apparently it wasn't, so coffee everywhere. So this one, I was lucky enough to get the one that came with the Magician and Magus card, the 2 different versions. And this is the small white box edition, the really good coloring, which I don't think is available any longer, which is really a shame. I had to go digging back through my old blog that I've had for ages and ages and look at some of the ones, some of the daily polls I did record. Like I said, I don't always write them down, so I was kind of having a hard time remembering which ones I had used, 10 years ago. I love this deck. I know it freaks a lot of people out, sorry. But I just think it's terrific. Absolute dynamite. Poor thing. Even lost one of the flaps off the top there. And let's see. Okay, so then number 3, I'm going to say Bohemian Gothic. And this is the, oops, I just went flying. Ooh, these cards. I just want to go everywhere today. This is the 2nd edition that had the silver gilt edging. I've actually got 2 copies of this. And I do have a copy of the first edition that I got secondhand, and then I've got the third edition, so I've got them all. Oh, it looks kind of washed out. That sky is really a deeper pink. I think the camera, my little tablet here, kind of blows out the colors. Super creepy hermit. You know, it's just full of Karen and Alex's sort of macabre humor. Oh, I just went absolutely bonkers when I first saw this deck. It's like, I think this may be my favorite Temperance card of all time. Oh, what else is good? Oh. So many great cards. Okay, so let's see. Robin Wood, Bohemian Gothic. Okay, that's 3. And I'm going to move the chair because I might roll over the cards that fell. And then number 4, I'm going to say my new Palladini, which is not new, obviously. This one got dragged around a lot too, and that box is pretty hammered. And I don't know if you guys are aware, but David Palladini, who created this and the Aquarian Tarot, passed away earlier this year, sadly. I love the cards that he used, that like the black background, like night. That's kind of unusual. That's another beauty. I like to read for people with that one too. I don't really read for other people with like the Bohemian Gothic because it's dark and it's just kind of hard to, people don't always appreciate it. And then I would have to say for number 5, my Tarot of Prague, also from Baba Studio. You guys probably know how much I love my Baba decks. This is the 2nd edition that had the cold foil stamping. Yeah, you can kind of see it there. It's very beautiful. I think I showed this just the other day in another video. Such a gorgeous deck. Oh, you know, none of them are new, so probably everybody's seen them. So, okay, that's day 4 then, and we'll hopefully be able to keep up with this. We'll see how it goes. Anyway, I hope you're all having a good weekend, and I will talk to you later. Blessed be.